Welcome back to Mythical Legends and Truths, and I'm here with my beautiful wife, Ari. How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. Today we're gonna do Teke Teke. You want to explain what that is?
So Teke Teke is a Japanese urban legend.
Nice. So in 3, 2, 1, let's get started.
All right, time now for the Teke Teke urban legends.
Get ready for this. Another crazy female about to kill somebody.
All right, so Teke Teke is a Japanese urban legend about a malevolent entity or demon, once human, who targets a person after they hear her story. Well, that's not the entire urban legend. You know how over time everything kind of gets distorted, you have different legends. So one of them is, once you hear her story, she'll come after you. The other one is that she's pretty much roaming freely out in the streets or around the train stations, and if she sees you, she's gonna come after you, kind of thing. But we're gonna get into that later.
Okay.
So just kind of think of the Ring movie. You know how she's, oh gosh, yeah, that's always creepy, how she's just like dragging herself around. She comes out of the TV, I don't know. But the reason I mention it is once you're exposed to her, you're doomed to receive a visit from her.
Oh my God.
So
it's like that ex that keeps on following you around.
Yeah.
The possessed.
A stalker.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this one's a lot scarier. So in some legends, she visits you within 3 days of learning about her, and in others, it may take up to a month.
Wow, the suspense.
And some stories say she appears in your dreams, asking a series of questions that you must answer correctly in order to survive.
Like a multiple choice.
Yeah, like a riddle or something.
2 + 2, 4 type of thing?
Not exactly. We'll get into those questions at the end, but you have to answer them correctly if you want to live. So her story, like some urban legends, is a sad one. Most are tempted to empathize or sympathize with her, but make no mistake, she will not show you the same courtesy. So Teke Teke was not her original name when she was alive. It is the sound she makes when she's pursuing her victims armed with a sharp object.
Oh.
So it's the sound of her dragging herself across the floor.
With an axe or something.
With a saw or a scythe. Yeah. And so she is pretty fast, according to the urban legend. So it's not, well, she's supernatural. So she has a couple of names depending on the story that you hear. But one name that is often heard and is the correct answer to one of her questions is Kashima Reiko.
Oh, how can I know that? Oh, I would never guess that, right? I'm dead already.
Yeah. And it's weird because researching, looking around, some people say Kashima Reikyo, and then others flip the name, and Reikyo is the first name and Kashima is the last name. So it's,
I'm doomed.
Yeah, that's a tough one. So whether that is her name or one of the first people to share her story remains unclear, at least to me. So Chizo is another name that I came across, which some believe is her true name. Some legends describe her as being a young schoolgirl who was frequently bullied and scared, which caused her to trip and fall onto train tracks in front of an oncoming train, which severed her body in half in front of her tormentors.
Oh, no.
So that was one of the stories. She was a young schoolgirl. She was always bullied. She was pretty gullible, and they were always picking on her, and they were going home waiting for the train, and they did something to scare her. She was standing on the edge of the tracks and she fell.
If there is any good news, she's not after a crazy ex or anything like that.
No.
So, guys, we're lucky in this one.
Well, sort of.
Oh.
So others describe her as a woman a woman who was bullied and or raped, which was either pushed or actively chose to jump onto the train tracks in front of an oncoming train.
So the first one is a young girl, and the second one is
a woman.
It's a woman. Oh, okay.
She was bullied or she was raped, and she committed suicide, essentially, in most of the stories.
Can we all just not agree that if you go out there and you hurt somebody, there's a good possibility that person's going to come back from the afterlife and kill you?
Yeah. I don't want to take that chance. So she too was severed in half, just like the young girl's story. In this story, it was a cold night, which led for her vessels to constrict, leading her to slowly bleed out.
Oh, God.
So as she was dragging herself slowly, seeking for help, once she realized what she had done, what was happening to her, she went and looked for help. And it wasn't long until someone saw her, one of the attendants that worked at the train station. Instead of helping, the person covered her up, possibly out of fear or an attempt to shield others from the gruesome sight.
Can you imagine the blood trail?
Right. Seeing that coming up to you, whoever, that person, guts and stuff just hanging out. And that person must have been scared out of their minds.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of helping her, they covered her up.
Like, what are you doing still alive?
Yeah. And I guess at that point, what can you do? Maybe provide some comfort, until she passes or something, but they just covered her up.
This never happened to me, but we live kind of in the country, right? So if you're driving around and you hit a deer and it's still alive, what do? You shoot it, kill it. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You kind of,
put it out of its misery.
Yes. That's what should have happened here.
No, don't say that.
I'm sorry.
Put her out of her misery.
Exactly.
No, that's awful. Oh my gosh. At least be there to comfort her and call for help. I guess I don't, obviously it's an urban legend. This could have gone so many different ways, but this is the version that's being told.
Okay.
That she was covered up with a tarp, and she died a slow, agonizing death.
Yeah.
So with her already gone, she had already gone through this traumatic experience of being bullied, of being raped, and then being severed in half by a train. And then, her last hope for humanity, they just turn their back on her, cover up with her tarp. So she's angry. She feels like the world has just completely failed her and now she's out for vengeance.
Oh, God.
So it was then, obviously, like I said, Chisel became a vengeful spirit seeking revenge after feeling like the world had failed her and only caused her pain. So the story of one of the first sightings mentions the boy seeing a beautiful young girl peering out of a window with her elbows rested on the windowsill. Shortly after making eye contact with her, she jumps out of the window.
Oh.
As she falls, he notices that she is missing the lower part of her body.
Run, kid.
He was terrified as he watched her land on the ground, then began to quickly drag herself on the ground towards him. Before he could run, she caught up to him and cut him in half.
Oh. What the hell the boy did to you? Shistu?
So this is the other story, that she's like roaming freely and she spots you walking alone in a dark road or whatever, and she's gonna come after you.
Shish was insane.
So it is said that when Teke Teke spots you walking outside at night, she will pursue you with a saw or scythe. So you better run fast, because if she catches up to you, she will make you suffer the same fate as her.
It's clear that if you're this is from China, correct?
It's Japan.
Japan. You gotta be a marathon runner over there. You have to. Track should be the number one sport because there's so many other myths and all those things.
Well,
They chase you.
here's
Take off
thing.
running and be fast.
Here's the thing about this legend, though. Nobody can outrun her because according to some of the legends, she can go as fast as like 150 miles per hour.
Carry some I don't know, bread in your pocket, some treats. Give it to her. Maybe she'll eat it and
I don't know if she
snacks. Leave you alone. But she eat it. You can
treats.
Yeah.
But it's worth a try.
Okay.
I guess anything at this point is worth a try.
And outrun her.
So in some stories, it is believed that her victims end up becoming a Teke Teke themselves after death.
So it's the whole meanings of them.
So possibly, yeah. That's some legends say that she'll just kill you. Other legends say that she'll make the decision on whether she'll just kill you and leave you for dead, or whether she'll just turn you into what she is. So other legends. And I don't know what is the deal with this, because I feel like this is like across the board, like any culture, there's always one lurking around in this particular area.
Okay.
Other legends mention Teke Teke lurking around bathroom stalls.
Oh.
Like our Bloody Mary versions of, in the bathroom or, like in the mirror. I don't know. It's like these sacred spaces. I guess that's what makes it so scary. They show up in your dreams in your bedroom while you're sleeping, or show up while you're in the bathroom, Yeah, like, so, this one, I guess with the young schoolgirl story, she's probably the one that I've heard in many of the stories that shows up in the bathroom stalls, like in the schools. So a lot of these kids, are afraid to go to the bathroom stalls in their school because they think that they're gonna
relax. Having to wipe. Yeah, I'm not done here. What are you doing?
Which is probably a way to keep them from like maybe cutting class and going to the bathroom or something.
What is going on here?
Or I think you had mentioned the other day like a story to make them afraid when they're around the train tracks to make them more cautious or something like that. But the bathroom stall, I mean, geez. So if a person is in the public bathroom by themselves, or in some stories, the bathrooms in the schools or the bathroom in the train station where she died, and she is near, she will barge into your stall asking you for the location of her legs. So this is where the riddles and everything comes into play.
Okay.
And the riddles, the type of questions and the answers varies depending on the story.
Okay.
So essentially, you don't know, you have a 50-50 chance, which story which answer to give, basically. So when she asks you the location of her legs, you have to tell her the Mission Railway. Oh, you'll be dead already.
Oh yeah, I'm done.
Mission Railway. And if she asks you who told you this, you must respond, the masked death demon.
But the massive, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So which in the other story, it's kind of similar, but the masked death demon is, the name means masked death demon, from what I understand. So in the other stories, Teke Teke will visit you in your dreams instead of a bathroom stall. So this is the one where if you hear her story or whatever, then she'll come visit you in your dreams within 3 days, and other stories say within 1 month.
Oh.
And she will ask you if you need your legs.
Oh, yeah?
So you must answer, yes, I need them right now.
And run.
She may then ask you who told you about her story, and you must answer, Kashima Reikyo.
Oh, I'm dead. Because I would have said, I don't even know who you are.
Kashima Reikyo. You have to remember that name. Those are the two. So it seems to me that many of the stories have blended over time and of course changed with each storyteller. But either way, beware of Teke Teke. Study her questions and memorize the correct answers, as it may be your key to survival. I'm sure that if you survive an encounter with her, you will never forget the sounds she makes as she drags her torso on the ground, nor forget how difficult it is to outrun her as she is incredibly fast. She is definitely the stuff of nightmares.
She's something, all right. I mean, I don't know I'm dead. I am dead right away. Well, what took us, 15 minutes to do this one. This was a good one. This was a good one. All right. All right. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We do a lot of fun stuff in this channel. We have a lot of different shows that you have to find one that you're going to like. Right?
And if you haven't heard any stories that call your attention, or if you have a story in mind that you would like us to talk about, let us know. We're definitely open for ideas.
That's right. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Go back into our archive and see all the fun stuff that we have, especially if you're a fan of the horror stuff. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye.